Like the itch you can't scratch. They're back! Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. Now you know on this channel I don't discuss politics, but having said that, how did Meghan and Harry impact the US elections? I have some questions. So as you know, Meghan was trying to position herself to be a politician. She was rubbing shoulders with them. She was holding court with them. She was trying to finesse American politics when they first moved in Megxit. We saw her in New York. We saw that she was allegedly, for legal purposes, annoying Gavin Newsom in California. She was allegedly, for legal purposes, again, trying to get Dianne Feinstein's job prior to her passing away, and all of it. So we have to wonder, how come everything went radio silent in this election, especially after they did this video? Remember this? This is 4 years ago.
Thank you, Time, for including us in this very special evening. And congratulations to this year's transformative leaders and change makers. You worked tirelessly to create a better world, a better global community for all of us. And we thank you and celebrate you tonight.
You're playing a critical role for our future and that of our children. Seeing our world through the lens of community is so important because we need to redraw the lines of how we engage with each other, both online and off. What we're exposed to online seeps into how we engage with each other offline. It can train us to be kind, or it can train us to be cruel.
But when the bad outweighs the good, for many, whether we realize it or not, it erodes our ability to have compassion and our ability to put ourselves in someone else's shoes. Because when one person buys into negativity online, the effects are felt exponentially. It's time to not only reflect, but act.
So as we work to reimagine the world around us, let's challenge ourselves to build communities of compassion.
Tonight reminds us of how important it is to watch out for each other, to care for each other, and to inspire each other. We are incredibly proud to join you in this historic moment in time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, let's unpack that. So here they are sitting up on this bench, which they have now commandeered and stolen from the royal family and the person who wrote the original The Boy on the Bench and all of the above. Their main message is this:
When we vote, our values are put into action and our voices are heard.
go out and vote. But of course, you had to hear all the word salad talking about leaders, change makers, children, which is a very sore topic because where are your children, by the way? I see a dog, but I don't see children. You have to see things through a lens of community this time. Then she has to go through the online bullying, being kind and not cruel, because it's either you're kind or you're cruel. There's just nothing in between. You cannot just have a simple opinion, according to Meghan. You have to reflect. And the best part about reflecting is that you can reimagine things. All of these catchphrases, that has to be a world record of word salad. They're encouraging people to vote, whilst Harry's saying that he can't vote. Online matters, but also don't do online because it's toxic. It's all over the place. Her reading her lines, it's not auditionable. She's a terrible actress. She did this whole thing, she voted. So this is a question I have. What happened after they were so gung-ho for politics and all of how they were positioning themselves, Meghan in particular? What happened that they went so radio silent? So it's one of two things. One is that Kamala Harris's campaign told them not cease and desist as in a letter, but the same way they send out letters for donations, they could have sent them some kind of letter to say, how about you don't be active in this campaign? I think that would have been something that Kamala Harris's campaign would have had to do because they are public figures. Or is it because of Trump's stance on Harry?
Do you get special privileges that nobody else does?
No, and we'll have to see if they know something about the drugs, and if he lied, they'll have to take appropriate action.
Appropriate action?
Yeah.
Which might mean not staying
Oh,
in
I
America.
don't know. You'll have to tell me. You just have to tell me. You would have thought they would have known this a long time ago.
You would.
But I thought they were very disrespectful to the family, to the royal family. I'm a big fan of the concept of the royal family and the royal family. Now, I'm a little prejudiced because I thought the Queen was incredible.
He talked about what he will do to him, which is not give him special treatment if his visa thing was not accurate. Did they decide because of Kamala's campaign telling them not to do it, or did they decide because of the fear of Trump? Because on one hand, this is such an identity politics election in America that you would have thought they would have given their identity and position and who they sided with. But also it's a revenge politics election in America. So were they afraid of the revenge that they might get from Donald Trump, who actually called them out? Which one was it that made them silent? Put down the comments. Because all of a sudden, nothing to say about nothing. And also, where is Harry? Is he even in America? Like, it's like he completely avoided the election. Like, he was so paranoid that he didn't even stay in America for the elections. By the way, Donald Trump's first initiative is to deport people. People who are illegal, people who should not be there because their visas weren't accurate and they might be there illegally because they lied on their visa forms. Remember, she got a whole trip to Colombia because the Colombian government thought, well, the vice president anyway, Francia, thought that Meghan could help relieve the debt that Colombia owes America because Meghan was so wrapped up in politics. Okay, so I'm just here looking at pictures of Meghan and Harry in Colombia. And breaking news, girl, like the itch you can't scratch. They're back and they're together. Against all the advice from media, PR, and all of it, stop doing things together, you're toxic together. Anyway, they don't follow anybody's advice, so here they are. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry make a joint appearance for an important cause. The Sussexes appeared via video message at a Colombian summit to discuss online safety. Let's look at the video.
Good morning, and thank you to both the Colombian and Swedish governments, the organisation, UNICEF, and the Special Representative of the Secretary General on Ending Violence Against Children for bringing us all together today. The first ever ministerial conference on ending violence against children comes at a crucial time and, quite frankly, should not be required. But here we are. We are at a crossroads where the urgency to reassess and redefine our approach to protecting children has become increasingly evident. While the necessity has always been apparent, it is now time to translate that awareness into meaningful action. So we thank you all for your attention to this critical issue.
My husband and I recognize today's reality is marked by greater connectivity and advanced technology.
Wait, what?
My husband and I recognize today's reality is marked by greater connectivity.
Can she just say we? Can she just say Harry and I? It's so forced. As much forced as that jacket is, it doesn't match with her undertop. It also is very crushed up.
And advanced technology, which of course has many positives, but which also compels us to better understand how digital violence against children is manifesting itself in this age. And at the Archwell Foundation, we engage with young people, families, and experts worldwide, learning how every aspect of a child's life, from their livelihood to their physical and mental well-being, now operate within an online economy that has the power to both shape and misshape our connection.
She talks so much. I just talked about the word salad, but she won't stop from giving us his word salad. Every aspect of a child's life, really? Can you give us some more details as to how you're covering every aspect of a child's life from livelihood, which means life? How do you do this over and over again? I must say, Harry is much more succinct. I don't know who writes his speeches. I don't know if he can just read better than her. It's like Dumb and Dumber, really, but I don't know what's going on.
Within an online economy that has the power to both shape and misshape our connections.
Meghan's talking about shape and misshape, like she's picking out strawberries for her jam. I'm so confused.
While the online world can help develop strategies to protect children from violence, it also introduces new risks, such as from individuals who exploit gaps in outdated legal systems, which often don't account for today's digital realities. We know that supporting parents is essential in reducing digital violence against children. That's why earlier this year, we launched the Parents Network, a support network for families dealing with online harm. Through trauma-informed practices, we help parents come together to forge strong bonds, offering healing support through community with the ultimate goal of...
They hate each other. She looked at him and then she went like this with her arm. It's almost like a get off me move. I wish they were not forced to do this. I wonder if Francia Marquez, the vice president of Colombia, who invited them there, and then everything was exposed, how they spent so much money in Colombia on Meghan and Harry. I wonder if she just said, you have one more job you have to do for us because we spend a lot of money on you. So can you just appear for this thing? They almost look like they're hostages having to do this. Like, just watch. It's very stilted.
With the ultimate goal of prioritizing safety at the source.
Our first priority on every flight is the health and safety of our customers and crew.
So before we depart, please pay attention to this important safety message.
Parents from the Parents Network are sharing their personal stories about their family's experiences with you all this week.
We hope their voices and message will reaffirm this room's commitment to taking a clear-eyed approach to the reality of violence targeting children in this digital age. The stories have helped us to understand that.
Can you be more specific as to what you're going to do about it? She's promoting the Parents Network, which I think in that interview, she coattailed off of the parents' grief, which was very cringe and kind of gross to watch. Now she's bringing it up again, so I guess she's still trying to make something happen with that. So she finishes off by saying, have helped us to understand that as we better equipped parents and caregivers and work to establish norms around the use and access to technology as they relate to preventing violence, we must also commit to establishing standards that prioritize children's safety. Prince Harry concluded the video message with a call to action. Young people are calling for help. Families are desperately seeking support. They are urging us to leverage the resources in this room. I don't know what room they're in. They are urging us to leverage the resources in this room to confront the new reality our youth are facing. We look forward to the actions and outcomes of the discussions that will take place here in Colombia and are grateful for the leadership, expertise, and testimonies that will come together in this room to address all forms of violence targeting the most vulnerable in our world. Meghan ended by sharing, thank you again for your commitment to preventing violence against children, both offline and online. Together we can harness this moment and drive lasting change. Girl. Top tier word salad. I am just wondering, are they moving to Colombia? They seem to be positioning themselves to move to Colombia. Today, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle appeared in a new video message at the inaugural Global Ministerial Conference on Violence Against Children in Colombia. In the video, the Sussexes appear to be filmed in California. From that backdrop, I can't tell where they are. Can you tell where they are? They could be in Portugal. That is the breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I was just editing the video, but let's get back to my video. So did they have an impact on the elections? You are the most two unpopular people in the world according to some polls. You're not useful. Remember, the Kamala campaign used a lot of celebrities. Meghan Markle would have loved to be aligned with those celebrities. Beyonce, her fake best friend that she created a whole storyline about.
Beyonce just texted. Really meant.
Shut up.
Just checking in.
Just checking in. Just casual.
I still can't believe she knows who I am.
Go and call her.
No, it's okay. She said she wants me to feel safe and protected. She admires and respects my bravery and vulnerability and thinks I was selected to break generational curses that need to be healed.
That's well said.
Do you think that if Beyonce is out there supporting Kamala, that Meghan would not have wanted to be out there as well? Where's Meghan?
Where is Meghan? Where are her children?
Meghan?
Where is Dory?
I'll tell you where Meghan was.
Where are they?
Meghan is at her $11 million mansion in California.
I think they were told not to. And I think they told themselves also not to upset Donald Trump. But yeah, it was very interesting to me to look back and say, what happened to Meghan Markle's politics? Do you remember at one point, people were even thinking that she would have run for president of the United States? That's how big her chest was when she left the UK, that she thought the streets are paved in gold. It was such a delusion. We know that Meghan's as liberal as they get. She's as Hollywood as they get. She would have endorsed Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris would have been her go-to. This has sparked speculation online about why they chose not to support any candidate. Despite the election results being nearly finalized with Trump set to replace Joe Biden on January 20th, 2025, the couple has yet to publicly comment on the outcome. So it begs the question, are they really moving to Portugal? Is that what they're going to do after this election now? Please put your opinion down below in the comments to tell me, what do you think is going to be the next move? What do you think their impact was on this election? Thank you so much for watching me. I love you all so much. And I have another video coming up for you about another disenfranchised person in this royal family. Let's go. Bye. See you. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, press the bell notification, and like the video if you did like it. We're back to our regular content. Bye.
Bye.